Hey everybody, today we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to be taking a look at Kolbe Farms. We're going to go a little bit outside of Fort Bend County to take a look at this hidden gem in Houston. We're going to be taking a look at 8819 Kolbe Bend, which is an absolutely beautiful home. I know you're going to love it, but let's take you through this neighborhood first because it's going to be such a little special area. You have to take a look and research more Kolbe Farms. So Kolbe Farms is located in Spring Branch, just right here outside of Memorial area here in Houston. So it's a really spectacular neighborhood. The first time I drove in here, I was really shocked about how beautiful it was and just the versatility of the home. So that was a really interesting part to take a look at. Take a look at this. So what I really like about Kolbe Farms is really going to be this townhome look to it. It's such a really nice little hidden area. You can see right there at Kolbe. As we go in, you're going to see more tad bit just the way that these townhomes are set up. No two townhomes are really alike. You're going to see a little bit of the difference here, especially with the finishes of the brick right here. Really gives it very much of a colonial look to it. And of course, we're going to see here one of the biggest features of the subdivision right there being this lake. So we're going to come back, take a look at that a little bit more, and you're going to see the true beauty of this subdivision. As I mentioned, we have a beautiful house to take a look at, and it's got so many different features. I know you're going to love it. This is actually going to be one of the largest floor plans that they have, nearly 3,500 square feet. Now, in Kolbe Farms, there's about 400 homes that are set to be built. You do have to be careful with the location that you're going to be at. One thing that's really important to know is that you've got half of the subdivision is really divided by some electrical wires, and so not the best looking on that side, but something you definitely need to know about as you decide to go ahead and look at homes. You're going to want to keep and know about that. Walking up right here at 8819 Kolbe Bend, as you can take a look, this is a 3-story townhome in Kolbe Farms. Absolutely beautiful. I've already seen the photos on the listing, and I know y'all have got to take a look at it. Now, this is being listed by my friend Gabby Banzer, so yeah, we got permission to obviously take a look at this, but here's some of the different features. I love the patio right here that greets you. Really nice and calm area here. You can take, you got the trees here that are already starting to mature. They're getting nice and big. There is some street parking here, so that is something you need to know if you're going to be in the subdivision. Street parking. This is one of the few units that has an actual garage with driveway. So they all have garage, but you're not always going to have a driveway. All right, here we go. We are entering. As immediately you can see these shutters that have been installed here. There's a ton of upgrades in here. You're going to go and see those as we get there, but you walk immediately into the living room. You're going to see you've got the first floor living, which is really nice here. So you've got the fireplace, you're set up for your TVs already. Now, as I mentioned, this is a townhome community, so you're going to have houses around you, but you're going to have the shutters that extend throughout the entire house. So as we look at this, this is also another one of these unique features of this particular house is going to be your dedicated dining, formal dining right here. Again, so much natural light is coming in. It's incredible to see that. I even love the detail that they did up here with these extra little windows and even extended the shutters there as well. Now, it's hard for you to see this in the video, but it's going to be, take a look at the ceiling height. You also have the crown molding here, but the ceiling height is incredible. So that's definitely something there that speaks about the quality that they do here in Kolbe Farms. Again, you've got the hardwood floor here, really nicely done. You got the different, in the grain, the different coloration that comes out in the grain. So really nice feature there. Now, as we get into the kitchen, again, this is one of my favorite parts about this. All of their kitchens are done just so beautifully styled. You're gonna see this, you got the KitchenAid appliance here. Definitely gonna be a chef style stove and oven here. Really beautiful the way that this was all done. I love the backsplash as well. So it's not your typical things you're gonna find at Home Depot. These are gonna be all the details that they put in here, right? The pendant lighting is really nice to set up there. You even have the second row of cabinets on the top. As you can see that over here. All the way to the ceiling, you got the crown molding above there as well. Just to give you an idea, if I had to guess, I'm gonna say these ceilings are probably gonna be right around 12 feet. So that gives you a little bit of an idea about the dimensions on this. And this particular one, you do even have the wine fridge in there. So really nice features set up throughout the house. Now, also the way this is situated, you have the pantry gonna be right here as well. But there's another area towards the back. As I mentioned, this is one of the few that has a garage and driveway. That is going to have another area if you needed, larger appliances. So that's going to be a feature we're going to take a look at just shortly. But what I really like is here, you're going to have the break of the architecture here. You got this, it just makes it feel like a completely separate room. Even though it's open, you've got that extra space. So while we walk to go take a look at the garage, there's a few features in there. If you're not familiar with Kolbe Farms, this is going to be very close to Long Point in the Spring Branch area here. Now that's a little pocket of a subdivision, as I mentioned earlier, around 400 homes, but you're going to have some great location. Your location's amazing here. And you know, we always talk about location. What I really like here is you're going to be super close. You're going to be about 15, maybe 20 minutes, depending on traffic, over to the Galleria. You're about 15, 20 minutes to the Energy Corridor. You're about 15, 20 minutes to CityCentre. You want to go to Memorial City Mall, it's about 15, 20 minutes. So everything is about 15, 20 minutes. If you're going to be going to downtown, you might want to extend that another 5 to 8 minutes further, but super close, super convenient here at Kolbe Farms. And that's why people really love the subdivision. Another thing that's a must, especially in the townhomes, is going to be that floor half bath. So you do have that here. Again, you can see they didn't spare any type of design issues here. They're really, really beautiful. Here you're going to have the toilet, obviously we know that's for, as I always say, but look at the quartz they did here and the finishes are really, really beautiful. Of course, the hardwood extends all the way in through here. We're going to go poke our head. This is what I mentioned earlier about even having an extra storage if you needed more for the pantry. Let's say you've got large, pots, pans, and bars, things like that. You're all set up here. So this is actually going to be under the stairs to give you just a little bit more context into the house. All right, so we'll hit the outside up. Again, not every single one of these units has a backyard, but this is one that does. So this actually has been turf laid down as well. So it looks really, really good here. You've got already the hanging lights up here. So great, perfect for the evenings. You want to have a good evening drink. You want to come out here, have a good cigar. You can do it in the beauty of this. All right, let's head back in here. As I mentioned, I just want to go and show you the garage. And here we are. Again, one of the best parts of this is going to be the height of the ceiling, right? So you've got your already extended garage. That looks like it's probably about 8 feet is what I would have to guess. And then you've got the other space that goes up there. So you could definitely put some type of storage here at the very top, and you can really, load up if there's not enough space. You don't need it because this house is absolutely huge, but you've got the space in here. And of course, it's a 2-car garage as well. You do have a water filtration unit as well. So all that's going to be coming with the house. All right, we're going to be going up the stairs. Not going to show you this, but really the here really matches well with the flooring down. Really just extends really beautiful. Of course, there's always concerns on that because of the stain and how the woods go, plus the wear pattern. You're always coming up the stairs. So, but it looks really, really good. So you know the high quality products that they're using. Hey, let's not forget that we got these shutters here in the back. And this brings in some great light. It's going to extend throughout this entire house. All right, so we're upstairs. That's going to be the master. We're going to go take a look at that shortly. But here we're going to have 2 rooms. This is actually a 4-bedroom unit here. So you can take a look just at how large these rooms are. Again, you get really good height on these ceilings. I'd estimate they're probably going to be about 10 feet. Now, just one of the closets here, but again, this is a secondary room, and you see how large this closet is. You're going to see that with InTown. They do a great job with the closets, especially in the master. Here, you're going to have a shared bath between these 2 of them. So again, you've got the quartz countertop there, really done as beautifully as well. You got the sparkle in there, and then floor to ceiling tile in the shower bathtub. Coming in here, we're going to be in the second of the rooms up on this second floor. Again, you got the shutters that extend all the way through here. And again, another great closet right here as well. So again, as I mentioned, closets, you're gonna see just how really good they look. Okay, so they do have it set up as stackable. You could do them both sides for the laundry room, but that's gonna be right here conveniently between the master, which is down this way here, and right behind me, which is where the 2nd and 3rd bedrooms are. So really nice space there. And again, you even have the height that extends up to here. All right, we're gonna go take a look at the master. Just before you get to the master, there's this other set of stairs, which is gonna take us up to the 3rd floor, which is absolutely spectacular. So we'll just wait to see that one. All right, so as we're going, now the hardwood's gonna extend all the way into the master. You do have an extra closet that's gonna be right here. So could be a his, her closet. And of course the her closet is super, super big, but got that set up here as you enter. And then again, take a look here. As I mentioned, you got the hardwood that extends all the way out through here. Of course, the crown molding as well. You do have the thermostat, again, just for convenience, especially keeping that away from the kids. TV setup and hookup is already here. And of course, as I mentioned, you have shutters that come throughout. Again, one of the really nice features about Kolbe Farms is you have this balcony. Now again, this, as I mentioned earlier, not every single home has every single one of these features, but this one has pretty much everything down to the nines. It looks really, really good. So you got the balcony on the second floor from the master. You could wake up, great spot to read a book, come out, have your morning coffee, and of course, your view here. Now, if you do see out in the background, as I mentioned, the subdivision was actually kind of divided by these power lines. So those are going to be way off. If you're going to be looking to come into the area, that's going to be something you want to take a look at, because some of those are going to be right on some of the homes. So you do have to keep that in mind. With this particular house, there's not going to be an issue here, but it is going to be on some. So keep that in mind if you are looking into the area. All right, before we just go into the master bathroom, I just really, really super small closet, linen here, but it's super deep. So you can definitely put a lot of stuff in there for storage, linen. So you got enough space in there. Get the light on so you can see that. All right, and then take a look at this master. Again, now they went to a tile here in the wet areas. Again, such a beautiful herringbone pattern that they did. You can have the double sinks here. So you got the cabinetry on top right there. Extends all the way to the other side as well. I really love the finishes that they did here. You know, here the granite there, and then just the mirrors, the way that it's framed. Of course, you got the shutters through here as well. This is such an oversized shower. It's so beautiful the way they have it set up. The bench extends here into the shower. And of course, this is one of those bathtubs that you can actually use. You can actually fit in here. So really, really nice setup there. Let's take a look here. This is going to be the toilet, so don't think y'all need to see that. We all know what happens in there. But here's the second closet. If you remember what I said a few minutes ago, InTown does some of the best closets, especially using the space really, really well. So as you walk in here, you've got the high bar for you know, the winter things that you're not really going to need here in Houston. Different shelving all throughout. Another shelving here, another rack, and you see how this space just continues to go. Again, the height in the ceiling, they don't bring it down, which I like, because a lot of builders you'll see where they lower it because the closet's maybe not as important, but you've got the storage space here. And it's hard to do justice with this, with filming it, but we're certainly going to do our best. So you can see you've got even shoe rack, purse rack, whatever you want to call it, going to be right here. And even the windows with the shutters. As I mentioned, the shutters were extended all throughout the house. And of course, this is where my clothes would be, and the rest would be my wife's. And this is your view as you walk out the closet. As I mentioned, just so stunning for it to come in here. The herringbone pattern is absolutely beautiful. All right, let's go take a look at one of my favorite features about this house, which is going to be the upstairs. Now, as I mentioned, this is a third floor balcony. The game room is absolutely spectacular. You're gonna love all the features in here. And guess what? More shutters. There's even, this as I mentioned, there's a 4-bedroom. So you've got the 4th bedroom up here. We'll take you to see that. All right, here we are going to take a look at the 4th bedroom. And again, just the size of this is massive. You know, it says you do have a bathroom here as well. That does open up to the game room. But again, the closet is absolutely spectacular. Again, closets within town, they bomb right there. So you can see just how wide how long this room is. This could really be even if you wanted to set it up as a media room, you could do that. Just put blackout curtains over the windows. But it's large enough you can pack several people in here comfortably. We'll take a look right here. As I mentioned, you've got a full bath up here. So you got the granite countertop, again, floor to ceiling, on tile on the shower, more shutters. Again, I just love this, and the finishes they did here. But let's take a look to what really counts. Now this is your game room. Now this is massive. You could do a pool table, you could do a foosball table, you name it, you've got it here. And we haven't even gotten to the best part yet. We're just gonna be right there. All right, we're still not gonna get to the best part as of yet, but you're set up here, so you're perfect, already set up for the TV, get that plugged in, watching the game. We've got the NBA Finals coming on, FIFA's gonna be coming out very, very soon. You've got the wet bar up here as well, so you're ready to start having those drinks and enjoy the evening. And guess what? You wanna go out for your barbecue? Then we have it set up. Hey everybody, this is the view that you've all been waiting for. The sliding doors, which is absolutely beautiful. You've the 2 different barbecues here, which are going to remain here. Of course, the flooring, so it's some type of like a composite, which really, you know, during the weather, especially the hot and cold that we have. But just take a look at this view. This is what's stunning. And this is what you're paying for, right? It's gonna be this view here. Take them out. We just had an absolutely perfect day to see this as well. But you can see all this area right here. The different homes, you know, and like I said, each one has different unique qualities to it. So you see just how different they all are. Let me go and see if I can get some of these. You can see out there. Again, the different color brick. You do have a swimming pool right in that area right there. So you can see that there. There's a playground out there as well. And over there in that direction is the model home. So they are still selling that as a model. You still have new homes that are being built. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Kolbe Farms. This is Houston's hidden gem. You would never know it's here. I didn't know it until just a few years ago when we were driving by, and I was like, what is that? So such a beautiful area to come out here. This area is really to be massive. So you can have the family out here. Imagine having a hammock, just being able to relax and have a beautiful view, especially during the spring, even I guess winter here in Texas, be out here with the perfect weather. Again, across you, the dog can go out, you can walk around the area. I've got friends who go jogging in this area, so this is an absolutely beautiful place to come out for your outdoor recreation. All right, so let's talk about Kolbe Farms and more of the local area. And I'm gonna try to do it without falling down these stairs. So Kolbe Farms, as I mentioned, is gonna be located near Long Point, which is in Spring Branch. And that's gonna be super close to really everything that you wanna be going to here in Houston. So if you're familiar with Houston, you do have CityCentre. Great spot for just restaurants, dining, perfect for an evening stroll, just going out and enjoying just the outdoors there. They've got a great area for kids to set up, but then a great variety of restaurants out there, a movie theater. You're also going to be close to the energy corridor, so if you work in oil and gas, that's going to be a perfect spot for you just to make a quick little commute over to work. You know, Houston's Houston. So there is going to be traffic, but it's really going to be depending on what time you get out there. So if you're familiar with Houston traffic, you know that already. You know the driving patterns. You want to go do some shopping, you've got two really options close by. You've got Memorial City Mall, which is just going to be about 15 minutes away. You also have the Galleria, which is about 20 minutes away. So both are going to be very, very close by, again, depending on traffic. Now, the other thing that I really like about this is going to be just the dining options, ability to go out. You've got your H-E-B, you've got Home Depot, you've got Lowe's, you've got so many Costco that's all going to be close by. You want to do just your regular shopping. All that's within about 15 to 20 minutes. And you really don't have to jump on the highway to get to any one of those areas. You just take a side road to get in, hit the access road off of 10 to get to pretty much most of those. Lastly, it's going to be if you're going to have to go to downtown or even the Med Center, you're going to be pretty close to get on. You can get into 10 all the way into downtown. Obviously traffic, you know about that. But also going to Med Center, you can hit 610, jump right there and go down to the Med Center. So super, super located, great here. Definitely want to check this neighborhood out. If you have about it, give us a call. We want to make sure we can get you Lisa's information, come out and tour it. I promise you, if you come out here, you're going to love it and you're going to love all the amenities that come with it. One of the best parts about Kolbe Farms is going to really be the outdoor living you can have. And yes, I know it's a townhome community. Yes, I know it's in the city, but really it is the outdoors you have. And you're going to see it in just a second here. It's got a small lake, which is absolutely beautiful. You see people in the morning jogging, in the evening going out for a great stroll. You've got, we just went around, great area, take out the pets and just for them to get some exercise as well. I just saw a cardinal, flying right there. Yes, I know, see the nature. You got ducks over here that we see that here. So many beautiful of Kolbe Farms that, like I said, is just a really hidden gem. Here's the lake, and as you see, you got the pines, you got different trees that are coming up. And, I love that's out there as well, just to kind of see that's there. And you drive through that as you come to this particular home. You see the different homes out there as well. And you're in Houston if you just seen in here, from being and living here, you'd have no idea. You're just a few minutes away from I-10. So really, really super nice about that. So if you want to go and have your own tour here of Kolbe Farms or any of the other different areas in Spring Branch, let us know. We'd love to go and help you out. Remember, Rivera Real Estate Group, we're not only Fort Bend County, we do everything as well. We can come out here to Houston, and we've sold units right over here, and we want to go and help you find your next perfect home. Everybody, you all take care, and we'll see you on the next one.